Hey guys, so it's the morning after the Trump Resistance rally, and we just have some thoughts. We just saw the news and checked in the Resistance rally itself and saw that there were some instigators that threw rocks at cops and tried to make the rally violent. Last night we got there about 5:30, and the rally was supposed to last from 5 to 8, and that's when it was supposed to end, was around 8. So we did the rally, then marched from the State House around the circle and back to the State House, and then everyone kind of circled around the camera, because there was the news was there. They were circling around the camera, trying to get on the news and show off a lot of the signs and talk about why we were there. And that was about 3 hours worth is how long we stayed, because our parking meter was about to end, so we figured we'd just go back because we paid 3 hours worth. So the footage that we have after this intro is all the peaceful protests that we saw for 3 hours, and when we left, there was another round people were going to make to go back around the circle and come back to the State House. But like I said, we were about to leave because our meter was empty. So what we found was peaceful, and apparently after we left, it got slightly violent. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not entirely sure what happened between the time we left about 7:50, so we're not really sure what happened between that time period. I would probably fathom it happened within a half-hour time period, which really sucks because that's not what my experience was, and I know that's not what a lot of people's experience was. And there was way more than 500 people there. That couldn't have just been 500 people, in my estimation, anyways. So I don't know. Did you say we were gathered around the RTV6 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very kind and peaceful. They interviewed one woman, I can't remember if she was Latino or Asian, but they were very kind to her. They weren't interrupting or anything, which I didn't necessarily expect, but they had, a lot of strength and bravery to be there, not because we're violent and not because it's a protest, because that's your American right to protest, but because, who knows, they might have passionately disagreed. And there were some people afterwards that when they were getting ready to leave, thanked them and shook their hand and things like that. So we were very peaceful with everyone, even if we thought they were going to disagree with us. Of course, there were a few people that were kind of the minority of the peacefulness, but I'm disappointed that something that happened within a half-hour block of time is supposed to now represent 3 to 4 hours of that time. Like, that's just not cool. So we hope that this footage does some good in the world and shows you that Indiana isn't like that, and at least on our side of things. And I'm not saying it's like that thing on the other side of things either. I'm just saying this is what's happened. So I hope this footage shows that there's good that came from that, and it's a beautiful thing. And don't just discount protests because the media likes to focus on the negative. That's what they always do. Always focus on the negative of every single thing. So I'm not surprised that that's what's happened. So, yeah.
Okay, so stick around for the interviews and the footage of the rally, and we hope this softens some hearts and changes some hearts about some of the issues going on. So we're on our way to the Trump Resistance rally.
I'm trying to keep mine as simple as possible. I just believe that the choice I made with my body is none of Mike Pence's business. This is a free country. If he wants to believe in God, if he wants to practice whatever religion he chooses. This is a beautiful free country and he can do that. But you can't put your religion in my body. Trump the uterus. No more. Mind your own business when it comes to my body.
So our signs are protesting Trump, his misogyny, his disrespect, and his harassment of women. And probably the threat against us as women, as a gender, and our bodies. He's going to try to take away our decision to choose. And that's what we're fighting for here today.
His racist bigotry will not be tolerated. I'm married to a black man and I love him dearly, and so is my sister, and we hate Trump.
It's a pretty simple, really important message. It's not about the politics, because we're humans, and it's about inclusiveness and tolerance. And the problem is the guy now who's going to be running the country, he just doesn't understand that. I mean, not one bit. So, let Trump say.
Right now, we're out here I'm out here for support of the LGBT community. That's a lot of my friends and me, so that can affect us, especially with all this. So I'm out here finding support for that. Awesome. Definitely a show.
So can you kind of explain why you're out here supporting the LGBT community, particularly at this time?
Oh yeah, well, like I said, a lot of my friends, me, all part, definitely LGBTs, definitely been part of helping me throughout my life, coming out with all this. And now more than ever, everybody needs to support one another. Because definitely within our community, a lot of people are scared, like trans, gays. This is really shocking everybody. Genderqueer. Yeah. So a lot of people within our community are scared and we're out here to show support.
So, what exactly are you scared about?
Definitely the hate, because with all the stories going around and people being attacked. That's what I've been hearing a lot too. Like just earlier, one of the speakers who was up here went to walk back to his car, and one of my friends had to go with because he was just too scared to walk down alone. Scared like Trump supporter, bigots can go attack him on the streets. You just can't live a normal life, especially with how much progress we're making so far. It feels like it all just went down the drain. So yeah, we're definitely out here to show support as much as we can.
Can you tell me about your sign?
I feel like we've just been silent for too long, and we're finally coming together as one and fighting oppression. And that's really important to me, because being African American, queer, and disabled, I'm kind of screwed.
So what has your experience with all that been like in Indiana?
I've gotten a lot of mixed experiences. It really just depends on the person. I feel like as young people, we are coming along and being more accepted, but the older generation is kind of hard to be accepted by.
Have you had any kind of violent or hateful experiences so far? Or has
Yes,
it been
not because I'm transgender, but because I'm African. At my high school, I've been called the N-word 8 times now since Trump has been elected.
Less than 3 months later,
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I'm so sorry.
You know, I'm trying to make change happen, and I'm trying to start it with me. But you know, it's hard, especially when you're still in high school. It's really hard.
You shouldn't have to do it yourself. You shouldn't be put in that position.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your sign?
I'm with a local group here in Indianapolis that organized against the Dakota Access Pipeline out in North Dakota, supporting the people at Standing Rock. There have been thousands of Native American, indigenous people that have gathered there to try to stop this project. This project's going to run into the reservoir, the clean drinking water source for all these people and millions of Americans down the river. The whole process has been done illegally, fast-tracked. The administrations, the organizations, the authorities, everybody that can stop this thing has said nothing. And so we have organized on the outside to try to increase public awareness, to get more support for the people that are out there. There hasn't been much media coverage.
How do you think people can get involved with Standing Rock?
There's a lot of different ways. There's online fundraisers for the main camps. They just published their financial statement, what $1 million+ have been used for, and they're out of money already just to set that place up. There's legal funds you can give to. There's online, you can just Google it and find different lists of supplies they need out there. One of the biggest things that we can do right now is if you have a bank that is supporting No Dakota Access or the Dakota Access Pipeline, close your accounts. You can't build a thing without the money. And so this is kind of the strategy and the approach that we're taking here locally and nationally that's starting to grow. Of just hitting the banks that are putting the money into this and putting pressure on them.
Ready? It just proves that we're stronger.
Okay, so there was a brief tiny clip that I just put in, and apparently I did not hit the record button on it, but the girl that we interviewed, she has a sign that says, "Make America Gay Again," and when we interviewed her, she explained that her parents took her to a conversion therapy and tried to take the gay out of her, and she started crying during it, and Martina and I were both shocked, and all we could really do was hug her, and I'm frustrated that I didn't get the footage on film, but that just shows a lot of the problems and ignorance and homophobia that a lot of people still have. So you'll just have to take my word for it, but that's what we saw.
She said something, and I don't remember what the exact thing, but she was saying, like, I can like fill in the blank. Like, I can like this thing, but I can't change that about me, and I can't change that I'm gay. And as she was saying, that's kind of when she was getting upset. And the gay conversion stuff was a therapy group, so I don't think they were doing shock therapy from what I got, but it sounded like it was like a therapy group, and she identified as asexual. So that's what I remember her telling me, unfiltered.
Can you guys just tell me what you think about the rally, about Trump being president?
I think the rally was great, and I think more people need to come out, stand up for what they believe in, and I don't even know why Trump became president. People, I don't know what they were thinking, I don't know what was on their mind. You know this is not going to go well. Everybody knows that. And I think some people are just not ready to admit it. What, you can't accept a woman president because she's a president? Who said a woman can't be president? Who said we don't have the same power that men do? I don't know why people can't believe in women, because I sure believe in them. Women don't believe in women, and I think that's really just heartbreaking that you can't stand up for women.
And what has your and your family's experience been like in Indiana?
So far we haven't really seen anything happen to us directly, and hopefully no one does anything, but we live down in Greenwood, and a lot of people are Trump supporters down there.
We live in Barkersville, which is right down the road, so.
Yeah. I just, honestly, it was heartbreaking not seeing Hillary win, you know.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
What's the other side?
What's that?
What's the other side?
Pretty much the same thing.
Can you tell me about your sign?
What's that?
Can you tell me about your sign?
Well, the Electoral College is unnecessary today. Sure, in the beginning it was necessary. You know, you had to ride horseback to meet in a central place and take the votes there. But today we can find out things on the internet. Bang, bang. The Electoral College is unnecessary, you know. I mean, Al Gore won the presidency, you know, but he lost the Electoral College. Same thing this year. I was a Bernie supporter, but Hillary won fair and square, you know.
Do you want to just say this?
They were chanting this last night in Miami. And I know that as a man in this country, I have immense privilege. And if I don't say anything, I normalize Donald Trump's hate. And that's unacceptable.
You have anything?
Yeah, and it's
hate that is intersectional, and that means that it affects all of us. So if I carry a sign for someone else and I see women carrying signs rejecting Islamophobia, I see Latinas carrying signs that reject sexism, we're in it together, and it feels really great.
Thank you. Awesome. Can you tell me about the signs?
I mean, kind of says it all, right?
Yeah. And what about this one?
So this one is just saying I'm Muslim but I'm American, and I was born in Indiana, I was raised here, I'm an American, and I deserve to be here just as well as anyone else. So.
Awesome.
What has your guys' experience been like in Indiana so far, before and after the election?
I haven't noticed anything, but one of my friends actually removed her headscarf because she was so scared of getting attacked. So there's a real fear out there, and I hope nothing happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
It was already uncomfortable before, but more so now.
Sorry to hear that.
No, so.
Yeah, and you feel safe hating. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because it's like our president is racist.
We feel safe doing the opposite, or feel unsafe protesting the opposite.
Exactly.
So what do you guys hope can happen in the future, moving forward? And
Like from coming here, or just like for America in general?
For America in general, yeah.
You know, I don't know if I have much hope for it, you know, but it'd be really cool if any positive things happen, you know, like any step forward, you know what I mean? It's a nice step, but it's like, I don't know, things aren't looking very good, but
Now it feels hopeless. It feels
really
like
does.
we're taking so many steps backward.
yeah,
with
by
Trump,
by
so.
electing Trump, it's like, what does he hope to achieve, you know?
Yeah.
So, hopefully good things, but it's not looking bright.
Yeah.
At least the through the system route is looking pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Putting your rights to spoken